They say you are what you eat, so I don't eat chicken feet. But I love me some of Grandma's pickled beets. Well, cut it up, put it in the pan, throw it over your shoulder and see where it lands right here in Farmer's Kitchen. Maters, taters, beans and corn, the cows in the barn and the sheep's been shorn, kids in the barnyard chasing Grandpa's chicken. Spices, slices, cuts and dices, gonna slash your grocery prices right here in Farmer's Kitchen. Help you grow your garden good with recipes to suit your mood. Try some grub you've never tried before. Smash it with a wooden mallet, gonna educate your palate. Right here in Farmer's Kitchen, in Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen. We're gonna cook something good now.
Hello and welcome to the Farmer's Kitchen. We're the farmers. This is our kitchen. We're experimenting tonight. This is not an experiment. We've already done this one. When we went to the fair, we talked to so many people and we got so many old-fashioned recipes. First of all, we met Sandy Slater.
Sweet
the
lady.
Sweetest lady I think we've ever met. I want to adopt Sandy as my aunt.
I like that idea.
You want her as your aunt?
She greeted us every day. She was so sweet.
She actually worked at the fair, and she gave us this recipe that her mother used to make. And it reminds me of your apple cake. It's almost indescribable. It's an old-fashioned recipe, and it takes a while to make, but it's worth it. And I'm keeping my eye on my pork chops. I am working on the perfect pork chop. I want the crispy, perfect pork chop. I don't want to sit and get the stove all dirty and mess around with oil. I want to do it in the oven, and I want that moisture to be in there and maintain. I want to cook for about 25 minutes, and I'm working on it right now. Let's see where we're at, and then I'll give you the recipe in a little while. I'm going to pull this real quick. Okay, 2 different breadings. Let's see where we're at temperature-wise. Pork, now they have lowered that over the last couple of years. It needs to be a minimum of 150, and I think we're going to make it here. But I'm going to do this in the oven. When I pick that up, I want the juice, I want the crunch.
I like that.
So I'll tell you the recipe shortly. But first, what we have to do is get this cake started, because it's an hour-and-a-half process.
Right.
Let's put this back in the oven, and then we'll talk about that. 2 different things going on here. You can tell they're a little bit different. So let's pop those back in the oven, and then our beautiful, wonderful Sandy's sour cream cake. So how do we start this process?
Well, there's only, you see, 6 ingredients.
6 ingredients.
Yes, it's pretty simple. And she also mentioned her mom's name was Minnie.
Minnie.
Isn't that cute?
I like that.
And she said Minnie would cook desserts all the time, and she said this is something that she would make, and she'd actually freeze it and have them in her freezer to pull out and eat. She calls it a pound cake, so a sour cream pound cake. So it's, I like it better than the apple cake. You like the apple cake? This is my cake.
It is so indescribably good. It is so dense, it's thick, but the flavor is just so creamy and rich. You don't need icing.
Just some powdered sugar.
Just some powdered sugar. It's amazing. We were on the boat not too long ago fishing, and we had our little grandson with us, and we were just cramming it in our mouth. And every time we put it in our mouth, we caught a fish.
That's right.
I'm convinced that this is what we need every time we go fishing.
Is that what it is? A whole cake? Okay.
I'm sure.
All right.
Tell me what I can do to help you.
You're going to be my mixer guy today.
I'm quite the master at mixing.
You are. And I'm going to start with 2 sticks of butter.
Oh, it's buttery.
Buttery
That's a
is
good
good.
description.
Buttery is good. Now I've let this butter sit out. It's soft. So let's
Gotcha.
go ahead, and you can go ahead and get that going. Let's get that mixed up.
Room temperature.
There's our butter. Now,
How am I doing?
You're doing really good. You're a good mixer boy. 3 cups of sugar.
All right.
Lots of sugar. So we're going to add that slowly. I like these simple recipes.
It's just hard for me to believe that with just these ingredients you get so much taste.
The magic. Go ahead and turn it down a pinch, maybe.
Turn it down?
Yeah, just a pinch. All right. What, 1 cup of sour cream. So far 2 sticks of butter, 3 cups of sugar. Now we're going to put a cup of sour cream in there.
That's the magic.
This is the magic.
If you don't like sour cream, I guarantee you like sour cream cake.
Yeah, you would. All right, go ahead and make that crazy for a little bit, mixing.
Crank it up.
till we get it all mixed in there nice. That is looking good.
How about mixing skills?
You are an excellent mixer.
If you had to put me on a scale from like 1 to a billion, what would I be?
2 billion. You are really good. I need you down here every time I make a cake doing this. All right, you can turn it off. We'll talk about what we're gonna do next. Now the next thing that I read, she gave me this, she actually gave me the recipe that had been written by her mother. I took a picture of it, which I love. She gave us a couple recipes. But 3 eggs, and I have 3 cups of flour. And they said this, her mom said to go back and forth. Okay. 1 egg, a cup of flour, kind of mix back and forth. So, and keep this on low.
Look how pretty that is.
That is pretty.
Just.
Isn't that beautiful? Go ahead and put it on low, because I hate to tell you this.
I'll put it on low?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
because flour does go around. I'm gonna try to be as careful as I can.
And they make shields for this, and we know that.
We don't have one.
But we want to prove that we were here.
That's right. So I got 1 egg. Get that mixed in. I'm gonna slowly add about a cup's worth of flour. I'm trying to be careful so we don't make a mess. Oh, we're doing good. It's not blowing everywhere. Now let's do another egg. Now let's go about another cup of this flour. One more. This is our last egg. I'm gonna get the rest of this flour in here and try not to make too big of a mess. Now you know when you bake, you have to make a mess. That means you're a good cook.
Apparently.
Yeah. That's why you see flour everywhere.
That little wet rag won't fix. I'll clean that up for you in just a little while.
Now I have 4 teaspoons of vanilla. She said 3 to 4. I put 4.
I wish you could smell that.
Go ahead and let's pick up the speed now because I think we're safe now.
Pick it up?
Yep. Let's get that mixed.
Watch how I go into.
You're amazing.
Faster.
Do what you feel here. You did really good. Now does that look fluffy and wonderful? You are doing amazing. You really are. Let's stop for a second and let me scrape the sides down a little bit.
So I can eat it.
Yes. I'm not going to eat it. We're just going to scrape the sides down.
All right.
And do our last mix. All right. Let's go ahead and mix it one more time.
All right. Fast or slow?
Go ahead fast. Let's get it. Do it real fast. Let's beat it up.
Watch this.
Wow. That's amazing.
That helps.
And that looks pretty good to me. What do you think? You're the mixer. What do you think?
I think it's amazing.
Think it's beautiful? All right. Now, one thing that her mom said she used was a 9-inch tube pan, but I have me a spring pan. You could use a regular 9-inch. You could probably put it in just a 9x9 square pan.
That's what I was thinking, an almond square pan.
Yeah, you were thinking square. Because you could just leave it in the pan, but I want to knock it out of the pan tonight and put powdered sugar and try to make it pretty. How's that?
I'm so glad you bake, because, you know, I'm the meat and potatoes guy.
You got to have dessert.
You got to have dessert.
All right, and I have floured. Actually, I put a little oil in there and floured this pan. So that'll help us out. Look at the consistency of this. It's not
That's beautiful.
It's thick. It's not like a normal cake. It's just super, super thick.
It's just kind of magic.
It is. This is almost like a cookie, you know, and it's pound cake. So now what we're going to do, we have the oven set on 325, hour and 35 minutes.
Hour and 35 minutes.
Yes, so it's
that's
kind of a
an
slow,
undertaking.
yeah, it's a whole different kind of cooking. So I have the bottom oven ready for that. I'm going to throw it in.
Gotcha. Now, one thing that we have fun with in our kitchen is, you know, we have our old standards that sometimes we even forget, like, have we done that on the show yet? And we think, well, is it too simple? And we think, we need to do that. And some of the things that we think are too simple turn out to be some of our favorite segments that people really like.
Right.
Pork chops are absolutely just so wonderful. We love to buy them when they're on sale, and we try so many different things with them, but when it comes right down to it, I like a crispy pork chop.
You do.
With a breading on it. So let's pull these and take a look at where these are at right now. These are looking mighty fine.
Ooh, they are looking good.
Let's pull them. These are 2 separate things, and we'll tell you what they are in just a minute. We're gonna let them cool down. They have achieved their 150 degrees, and just a tad more than that. You're gonna make the perfect side dish to that, which is a little bit of scalloped potatoes with some smoked cheddar cheese. Are you kidding me? Now tonight, because it's elegant Southern dining, we got some greens. And when we were in Georgia, oh my goodness, remember when we were on this Southern cruise?
I do.
Our friend made the best greens ever. Now we have several green recipes, and you can hardly mess these up.
Right.
Take a look at any of ours. We're just going to put a little bit of cayenne in there tonight to make it where it needs to be, and cause some balsamic vinegar.
Yummy.
And what are you going to have with pork chops?
Potatoes.
Scalloped potatoes.
Gotta have potatoes.
We bought some smoked cheddar cheese, got a little bit of heavy cream, some salt and red pepper flakes, and it's just so simple. What are you going to do?
Well, actually, let's do something with our cream first. Let's heat that up. I just put a cup of cream in here.
Okay.
So let's get that going. And a little bit of salt. Let's do about a teaspoon. What do you think?
You know, cooking, we run into so many people say, I just can't cook. At any age, you can start the process of learning to cook.
You're right.
If you can read, you can cook.
That's true.
It may take a little time. You may make some mistakes, but mistakes are so important.
That's right.
Make your mistakes, learn from your mistakes, and guess what? You won't do it next time.
That's right. All right, see, we got a small boil going here.
I can dig it.
Our cup of cream, and I have cut up, and it's however many potatoes you want. We're just gonna make a small pan. You can make a large casserole. So I'm gonna put all these in. I don't know how many we're gonna need. See how much we got. And I have probably 3 smaller potatoes that I've cut up here. All right, we're just gonna lightly cook these in the cream for 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay, now while you're doing this, we're gonna do an official taste test. Look, first of all, at this beautiful pork chop.
That is beautiful.
Just look at that. I want you to taste test this and see which one you like the best.
That's good. Very yummy. Wow. Nice and juicy inside, crispy on the outside. Ooh, I want to try another one.
This one is seasoned differently.
That's good too. I like them both.
That's tough.
They're both good.
Oh,
I'll eat both.
well, see what I was gonna do, I was gonna pick the winner and then make that. We're gonna split the difference. We're gonna make them both.
I think you should. All right, our potatoes are ready.
Okay, let's get our potatoes going.
And what I'm going to do is just kind of layer this. They've just kind of been in here a couple minutes.
Smoked cheddar. I'm smelling it over here.
Just going to kind of divide them up here a little bit. And here's, I've already grated this. You got me a bar of cheese. Put one there.
So this is gonna be in its own ramekin.
That's right. We'll share it.
Oh my.
Maybe we should have made a huge one of these. I could eat this all day. I'm going to go one more layer. What do you think? A little bit more?
Oh yeah. Now, what temperature are you gonna cook this at?
This is 350 for 1 hour.
Gotcha.
Put a little more cheese on this.
Beautiful.
What do you think?
Beautiful.
Do you want a little bit more of that cream in there? Or do you think we're good?
I ain't scared.
Just a little bit more?
Let's get all the gooey goodness in there.
Gooey's good. Yum.
Yum, Papa. That'll be yum, Papa.
Yes, I will.
Let's revisit why we say that.
You put carrots in the sauce.
Yes.
That'll be yum.
That'll be yum. Carrots in the sauce will be
That would be
absolutely
yum.
outstanding.
That would be yum.
Look at this gooey goodness. It's gonna be.
Yummy.
We got some greens. We got pork chops. We got some cornbread somewhere, and we got Sandy's sour cream cake.
Yummy.
So this pops in the oven, 350, right?
For an hour. Yum.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. I'm gonna do 2 things tonight. We were gonna just have the winner of the recipe that we did, but we had 2 winners.
They're both amazing.
So what do you do when that happens?
Make it all.
You go with the flow. So I'm gonna take a little salt, a little pepper, just to get a little seasoning going there. And we're gonna take some Italian breadcrumbs and some panko
That you seasoned.
that I seasoned with my dry rub. We want to have plenty of taste. So I found out it took me a little bit longer than what I thought. You have to get that meat up to about 150 degrees. That's something you just absolutely have to do. So first, nice and evenly coat it with the Italian breadcrumbs.
Now, was your egg wash, was that buttermilk in there?
There was some buttermilk in there. Good call.
Makes it good.
A little bit of buttermilk. Just a wee bit of buttermilk.
This is a pretty easy recipe too.
It is. Simplicity is where it's at. Got a little handle there. Is that not beautiful?
That is beautiful.
So again, we're going to start off about 400 degrees. Now, when it gets towards the end, if you want to crank it up just a little bit, get it up a little closer to that burner, you can do that. Make sure you cover every square inch of that. We really want to pick up that flavoring.
So what's the last chop gonna get? Which one are you gonna do?
I am going to let you decide. And I want some flavoring in there. I want to have a little flavoring. You know, you want your pork to have some flavor. And you know, if you can bring in some barbecue flavor, that's a wonderful thing. You got to pick one, Miss Farm, just one.
Gotta pick one. Which was Kelly's favorite?
Which one do you like, Kelly?
She did with your
She
seasoning.
liked the panko. All right, she's the deciding
With your
factor.
seasoning, that's very good.
I am preheated to 400 degrees. Check it at about 35, 40 minutes. Watch it when it starts to get good and brown. Look right there.
Yum.
Oh my.
Are they ready?
Yes. You can pop that in if you will, love. Years and years ago, the turn of the last century, around 1900, whole families survived because of this particular tree and this particular chestnut right here. There are tales of bear that were 500 pounds. Turkeys filled their gullets up with this thing. Farmers would let their hogs out. The hogs would get so fat due to the protein
Chestnuts,
in these
wow.
things. Do you remember the song, the Christmas song?
Is it time to decorate?
Chestnuts? No, not quite yet. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire
Yes.
was supposedly a nostalgic song about this. In the early 1900s, there was an Asian blight that came in. They ruined those trees. I have often wondered what's going on right now in Kentucky and around the United States with the American chestnut restoration. And I finally hooked up with Ken Darnell down at Eastern Kentucky University, and we found out some interesting stuff that's going on right now as we speak. Let's go visit with him. We're with Ken Darnell. We're talking about how the American chestnut was everywhere at one point, and very important to Americans that were here during that period of time and those who came before. What hope is there of this being seen around the nation? Maybe not like it was at one point in time, but what hope is there and what is being done here in Kentucky and other places?
So the hope for the tree to come back is higher than ever because the American Chestnut Foundation is leading the charge, coordinating with scientists, universities, U.S. Forest Service, quite a few other partners to do various studies, various research to the different parts of restoring a tree. The Chestnut Foundation has been breeding trees for the past 39 years. So they kind of started out in general with the thought process to breed the American chestnut with the Chinese chestnut. The Chinese chestnut has natural tolerance, is the right word, to the blight. It gets it, but then the Chinese trees has mechanisms to scar over the blight and continue to live. The American chestnut just does not have that same ability. So we have several hybrid orchards that we have kind of developed on our own with some help from our regional scientists. So we're doing our thing with just, for the most part, Kentucky genes from Kentucky trees. So as you can see behind you, we've got some pretty healthy trees. We have planted here 3,650 trees. Beginning 2016 was the first planting, which was right down here behind us. So we planted trees in here for the first 3 years, 16, 17, 18 basically. That's the trees you see back there, and they're now hitting 20 feet, even up to 21, 22 feet, and producing a few burrs you can see on the trees behind us. So we've had some pretty good success here. From the 3,650 planted, we have thinned them down now to the current 1,214. As trees died naturally from the blight, we cut those out. We also inject some blight into the larger trees to test them. Then we watch how the tree reacts. If it tries to scar over like a Chinese tree does, we keep that tree. If it doesn't defend itself and scar over that canker from the blight, then we cut that tree out. So out of 3,650 trees planted, in this orchard we'll end up keeping the top 25, maybe 30. So we are just a little over halfway to the sortation process to thin these trees out to get the best trees that then will be allowed to pollinate each other to share their good genes from different mother trees that have come from all over regional area to make some good nuts to plant and develop another orchard. Probably 5 years away from getting down those best 25 trees.
So in our lifetime, we could see trees producing in the forest.
So so we could be seeing trees in the forest. As a matter of fact, there are some restoration plantings currently occurring by the U.S. Forest Service, among a couple other people, to test the hybrids we have, which these hybrids average 94% American, 6% Chinese genes, trying to get the right genes into them. So a few of those trees have been planted in the forest. They've not been that competitive and healthy yet compared to the other trees, and also to live long enough to shoot up into the canopy where they can be like the former big American chestnuts, get up in that canopy, get the sunlight, grow strong enough to produce plenty of burrs to produce more trees. In our lifetime, we are certainly going to have some trees planted, more for, I think, tests, more for proof, but those plantings here in the coming few years are certainly going to expand. Are we going to see a forestful American chestnuts? That's hundreds of years away.
Right. How does the blight actually attack the tree? How does it kill the tree?
The blight that came here came from Asia, came into New York where it was first discovered, New York Botanical Gardens. When they saw that disease on their chestnuts, they knew something bad was wrong and was spreading quickly. Bottom line was they found out from there it was an airborne fungus. The filaments travel in the air, which means it moves quickly. Birds carry it, the wind carries it. So it only took 40 or 50 years to travel the whole range to kill most of the trees. A few scattered trees kind of hid from the blight for a short time. But the blight basically is in pretty much everywhere, so the trees can't hide forever. Airborne blight kills the cambial layer, gets into the bark, starts eating the cambial layer, which kills the branches, and then kills the main stem, kills the top of the tree.
Remaining trees that are not, we can't say they're unaffected, but have managed to pull through, where are those at, some of the larger trees?
I think the American Chestnut Foundation has documented something like 26 large LSA trees, they're called, large surviving American trees, scattered, I know, from Kentucky to Maine and quite a few states in between. They have survived the blight and they have cankers and scars to prove it. Some mechanism, maybe something different in each tree. Our scientists are studying that. What is it? They are breeding those trees a lot, trying to get their genes into our population. They must have something good. Now, there are bigger trees like out west where people carried them and planted outside the blight range. They're full Americans, but they're not the Appalachian surviving trees. So around 26 of those.
Well, thank you so much for giving us hope. We appreciate the visit today.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming out here.
Again, I don't know whether to just look at it or eat it.
I say let's just look at it.
I think I'm gonna eat it.
Okay.
You know what? I always strive for the perfect chicken, the perfect pork chop. That's getting pretty close right there. The scalloped potatoes, just beautiful.
They're
the greens,
Pretty plate.
you want the first bite?
Can I just pick it up and eat it?
You can pick it up and eat it. It's got a handle on it for a reason.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Look at that. Oh, just look at that.
Wow.
The crunch, the tenderness,
Oh, wow.
the juiciness.
It's so juicy inside, but so nice and crunchy. That's the perfect pork chop. You did good. That's one of the best pork chops I've ever had. I'm serious. That's delicious.
Now that's the panko and the dry rub.
That's so good.
That's not to diminish
Oh, that's good.
the Italian breadcrumbs, but I think the dry rub, because when I eat a pork chop, I do want some barbecue flavor in
Yeah,
there.
that's got the perfect.
Go ahead. I know you want some of those potatoes.
I do want potatoes.
I think I want them too. We can simultaneously eat it at the same time.
You beat me.
Mmm.
Oh, wow. That cheese made it great. Yum. Greens
When
are-
you got some smoked cheese going on,
That's good. Greens are always delicious.
can I just take this whole backside?
You can. I'll take the.
Now look how thick, look how dense that is. This being a pound cake sort of thing.
The edge, it almost caramelizes on the top of it, doesn't it? It's chewy, thick, yummy. It's hard to describe it. It's just, you gotta try it.
So Mrs. Farmer, I don't mean to tell you this, I don't mean to alarm you,
Okay?
but our half hour's up. So if you're walking down the road,
Like I always
thumbing
do.
a ride,
That's right.
and somebody says, Mrs. Farmer, I recognize you from the show.
Why are you thumbing
Where are you
around?
going? Ypsilanti?
That's right.
And you say, I've got to ask you a question, Mrs. Farmer. Where do you go to find those recipes?
I would tell them timfarmerscountrykitchen.com. I would.
I've been there.
I know you have.
There are 250 billion recipes there.
Wow, that's a lot.
You can look them all up and you're free to use them. Also, we have a Facebook page that's growing rapidly. If you'd like to join us there, is it difficult?
It is very difficult.
What do you have to do?
You hit like.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a whole lot of steps. Sadly, again, our half hour is up. So we have to tell you that it's all about
Good times
good friends.
and super good eats.
So be watching for our brand new Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen. See you next week. We're gonna dig into this pork chop. Look at that. Look at that. Meaty, wonderful, crispy goodness.
Funding for Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen is brought to you by Boone Contracting. Dream, design, build. We build your dreams. Lexington. Wilderness Road Hospitality, Stanford, Kentucky. Buck's Grill, cooking for the folks since 2008. Maysville, Kentucky. Ephraim McDowell Medical Center in Danville, Kentucky. A destination soaked in bourbon history, Log Still Distillery. Set against the backdrop of Kentucky's iconic rolling hills in Nelson County.